What's going on? It's Trevenant Forest here, and today, what we have going on is we have Game of the Week for NPL Week 6. It will be my Atlanta Braviarys versus the Toronto Staraptors, who are actually statistically the best team overall, and actually in the power rankings, they're ahead of us by one. They're number 1 or number 2. So, alright, just making sure that, because last time it froze. So, but yeah, they're number 1 or number 2. Right now, we are tied with Fog and the Colorado Avalanche for first place in our conference. Technically, he has the lead just because he has his strength of schedule is barely better than mine. Just because we both lost 1-0 to a very good team. And our 4 wins so far has been against the best of opponents, but one of his opponents was actually better than one of my opponents, so that's why he's in first place and I am not. But you know, this week I can prove myself because so far I haven't beaten a top tier team. My 4 wins have come against Mew, who's last place, Cheese Boy, who's second to last place, against Tom, who's last place, and against Los Angeles, who's last place. And my only loss has come against an actual good team, the Tampa Bay Rays, who were number 1 in their conference at one point. So this can prove, I can prove myself if I can beat Toronto Staraptors. But it's certainly not an easy feat. This is definitely the game I was most scared of going into so far, and probably it will be all season. But let's just take a look at their team. So yeah, you can see right there, Game of the Week. That huge plus 17 differential. That's even losing 3-0 the very first week. They're on a 4-game win streak. They're quite possibly the hottest team in all of the NPL. And Fog is right up there with him because he also has a 4-game win streak. But yeah, he has just dominated these last 4 weeks. But I'm hoping to put a stop to it. Now, looking at his team, Mega Venusaur, that is gross. It's gross. It really is disgusting and makes me want to puke. He's got Entei, which is a threat with the 6 kills, no death, but I don't think he'll bring that just because I have Alamomola. I mean, he could put Toxic on it, but I don't think so. I think he's going to bring at least 2 of the 3 setup sweepers, and probably Wobbuffet and Gligar because they're pretty decent checks, not counters, but they're checks to Charizard X, because they can both take +1 Flare Blitzes if they're fully physically invested. Thinking Empoleon might come just for defog for Bulk. I think Bulk is definitely coming. Is one of the setup sweepers coming. But yeah, this is probably matchup of the year, in my opinion. Even better than my matchup against Zero, just because this is kind of later in the season when teams have kind of proven that they're good teams now and not just flukes the first 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, so let us get right into the battle. I will see you guys in a second. Hey guys, Trevenant Forest here, and I am back for the actual battle itself. Now, this is actually a really early battle, just because we were both ready. We both built our teams really early in the week, considering I played Cheese Boy Tuesday, so I had my team built Wednesday before even the week 5 upload, and he had his battle, his team ready for mine soon after that. So we decided to battle the Saturday before the week 5 upload, just because we could. Now this is actually the second game of because the first game, Showdown kind of crapped out on us, and we couldn't save it. And at that point, it was 6-6, 19 turns into the battle, I led off with, oh, I should probably go over my team. I have dual screens, light clay, Azelf with explosion. It's really a physically defensive aromatisse, but it kind of has like a offensive moveset. It has heal bell just for heal bell support, and then it has Moonblast, HP Rock, and Thunderbolts, because then it can take on all 3 of Jolt's main sweepers with a super effective attack. 2 of them in that case being ×4 super effective, for the other one's a stab super effective move, so almost as good as a ×4 effective. So yeah, just there for the heal ball support. Don't really need Wish because I actually have physically defensive Alamolala with Wish. It's Toxic, Protect, Wish, and Waterfall. Then I got Tim and Nidoking. Unfortunately, he did not bring Gyarados, which is why I brought Timid over Modest. If I had known he wouldn't bring Gyarados, because I thought maybe he would, just because it could kind of check Charizard without T-Punch. But he didn't bring it, so yeah. Then I have Offensive Crest. Now this is a weird set. It's Calm Mind with Ice Beam, HP Rock, Psychic. It covers his team really well. It can pretty much hit everything besides Wobbuffet and the Empoleon. It's modest max special attack, but it has like near max defense and a little bit of speed, just so there's no speed creep. And then finally I have Bulky Zard X. It's got about 200 HP investment, max attack adamant, and rest in the little bit of speed I have left over. I put into speed. I mean, the little bit of EVs I had left over I put into speed. So yeah, I'm really glad I brought Bulky Zard, because if I brought Adamant Zard, it would have made, I mean, I brought Adamant. If I brought max speed Zard, it would have made a big difference. So yeah, like I said, the first battle was 19 turns and it was 6-6. This battle is going to be a whole lot different. We decided to replay the whole game, like with the same team, we didn't want to make new teams, but just a different game. Just because I did get some crits on the Venusaur with my Sludge Wave from Nidoking, and that would be really hard to recreate, because I was able to make him use like 6 of his synthesis. I think I said it right the first time. But that would be really hard to create because I got like 2 or 3 crits in there. But so we just had to replay, and as you see, this time I lead off with Charizard, but he keeps the same lead as Wobbuffet. Also, I'm on the other side. I don't know if I already said that, but I'm on the other side this week for some reason because Showdown replay. So why don't we get right into the battle? So like I said, I lead off with Zard. He leads off with Wobbuffet. Here, I really don't want to Flare Blitz because I know he's probably gonna. I mean, I have no reason not to DD. Just because if you get Encore with me, that's honestly fine. Like, I'll set up like +5, +6. So, I just keep setting up. This time he goes for D-Bond, expecting he probably to want to go for the kill on turn 3, because since this was most definitely physically defensive Wobbuffet, he definitely could live a +1 with bar and a crit. So he knew I was probably gonna go for +2. Here he knows I have to DD or else I'll lose Charizard, so he makes a very smart play and goes for Encore. But I was baiting the Encore. I wanted the Encore, so he basically let me set up 2 Dragon Dances there for free because I would have gotten the first one anyway. So right here I'm able to set up to +6 as he sets up a Quiver Dance. I'm at +5 right now, but on this very next turn, I set up to +6, and now the Encore wear off. And also here's a point where I think Bulky Zard makes a difference. I don't know if HP Rock or HP Ground or whatever he had super effective hidden power would have killed like no HP invested Charizard, but it definitely allowed me to get off some a lot more damage than I would have been with Flare Blitz. Now here I go for T-Punch because T at +6, even if he's physically defensive I mean Volcarona, he can't live a T-Punch from +6 Adamant Charizard. Here I'm just gonna play the Roost games because his Earthquakes are doing less. Now here I thought I could live a Flare Blitz recoil, and I didn't want to get crit, so I just go for Flare Blitz. And I do indeed live the Flare Blitz recoil as I thought, but it was actually way closer than I thought it would be, and I live with 1 HP. Yes, 1 HP. And right here, I'm like, hey, I can just roost up on this thing, it can't do anything to me. And he goes for Sludge Bomb, and it does a lot more than I'm expecting. I know Mega Venusaur is pretty powerful, even without investment. And luckily he does not. If he had gotten the poison, that would have been horrible. Because this is my main way of dealing with Mega Venusaur, since in the first battle I did find out that it was specially defensive. Now here, I just need damage on Volcarona, so I'll just go for a straight for the explosion. And I'm really surprised it killed, because since I was Light Clay and not Focus Sash, I wasn't max attack. I only had 8 attack investment, and it just killed. Thankfully, he ended up being the offensive one. Offensive Vulcan, not physically defensive, bulky one. Because that allows me to just kill the explosion. Now here, I'm really happy I'm able to get off Toxic. And at this point, I think, oh, I've won. There's no way I can lose. So he encores being Toxic. Obviously, I have to go for it again because Shadow Tag. But then he reveals the agility, and I'm kind of scared because I'm like, oh my god, this thing with Grass Knot, Flash Cannon, and Hydro Pump / Surf can sweep my team. So luckily he goes for Sub, burns off some HP, goes for Flash Cannon, almost takes me out. Not quite enough, about 22% short, as I'm able to get off a T-Bolt. Now here I'm very lucky in the fact that I was able to, actually got a min roll. So he's actually sub Braviarys, but I got min roll. So here I'm thinking, oh no. What I should have done here is probably go into Alamomola, because he didn't have Grass Knot, because he's shown sub and agility, and he's obviously got Water Stab to go along with Flash Cannon. I mean, I wouldn't have taken a Torrent boosted Surf +1, but I don't know. Maybe Crest ended up being the best play. So Crest is able to take that Surf like a champ, even without any HP or special defense investment. +1, well, I guess neutral, but that's still probably like a modest Torrent boosted Surf, and it's taking it like a champ. So Crest gets a kill, goes 9-1 for the season. Unfortunately, it's going to die to College Guy. I really don't want to switch out. I don't want him, like, setting up an SD as I switch. So I'm just going to go into Nidoking, and I can live a Sky Attack if he's a Power Sky Attack set. And here, I had, like, a really good chance to OHKO with Sludge Wave. So I just went for it, and luckily he switched it out into Wobbuffet. Also, I don't do enough damage because he's actually Custap Berry, and that would have been scary if he'd been able to get off the Custap Berry, and it would have been Alamomola versus Hawlucha, which I could have possibly still won, but it would have been a lot closer than what it is here. And here he reveals that he is the sub Citrus Berry set, which is not as threatening because now he needs a crit instead of just a flinch or a crit. And this Acrobatics actually does nothing. Still, a crit would have killed Nidoking, but he couldn't have set up enough with Hawlucha. He wouldn't have been able to live more than 2 waterfalls, I think. And yeah, that'll be the game. I proved myself against the best team in the league up to that point, and yeah, so that is a win to move us to 5-1 with +18 differential. Now this is really early in the week. Like, even Monday or Tuesday is early in the week to play a match, but this is Saturday. Like, this technically isn't even week 6 yet, because week 5 hasn't even gone up. Yeah, by the time this goes up, obviously, it will. Every week 5 matches will have gone up, even week 6, because this is game of the week. So, this will go up Monday instead of the usual Sunday, just like week 2 did. And yeah, this was definitely deserving of game of the week, just because matchup wise, and the actual game itself was really good, really close. I was left with less than half health Nidoking and only my Alamomola. So yes, that will move us to 5-1 +18. So, I mean, again, early in the week, so we don't know how Fog will do. He plays Cheese Boy, so that may or may not. I mean, he'll probably win more than 2-0, so we probably will not be #1 in the conference after this week, or even tied for it. But we will actually, if he wins 2-0 or less, we will be first place, just because we now have the stronger strength of schedule because we played the #1 overall team. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad to win against Jolt. I was probably scared of his team the most out of any team, and I was able to beat it. So thank you guys for watching. Go check out Jolt. He probably doesn't need me telling you to check out him, because he's already got like 700 subs. He's a really cool guy, part of a group YouTube group, not group YouTube. Sorry guys, kind of watching basketball and recording at the same time. Not a good thing to do, but yeah. So check him out. Check his channel out. They do a lot of fun stuff, including NPL as well, and other stuff. So yeah, check them out. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.